Hi guys, welcome back. I just thought I'd do a little bit of driving through the city streets of Sheffield. Of course, the kids are on holiday now. It's back end of July. We're into the school holidays, so the roads are nice and quiet. It's lovely. I love it when kids are off school. It's crazy though, isn't it? The difference it makes when kids are off school. Just how quiet roads are by comparison. It's absolutely crazy. Cruising along in Orwin, obviously. If you see the last video, I was talking about, you know, my plans for all my different cars that I've got, and how I'm going to do separate individual videos on each one. I will be doing. I've just, these last few months, it's just all been about Orwin. It's all been about Orwin, getting Orwin back on the road. And now he's back on the road. It's brill. It is. So yeah, just doing a little drive through Sheff. I mentioned in my last video how Sheff's not a really big built-up city in the way that a lot of the big cities are. But the overall area that Sheffield covers makes it the 4th or 5th biggest in the country, but it doesn't feel that big when you're in it. It's because it's really spread out and there isn't loads of massive skyscrapers and stuff like there is in a lot of cities. It's a very, very different type of city. Yeah, I just thought I'd do a little short driving video just on my last little bit of work, last little bit of the journey to work, I should say, when I can speak properly. They're about the only skyscrapers in Sheffield. Well, there are a few others. Lights turned green then, I didn't even notice. Just sat there at a green light. Straight out to the roundabout, which is always nice. It does handle nice around these roundabouts, especially considering I've got an absolute boot full of camping gear, because this is a continuation from my last video where I'm driving over from Becky's to work. So yeah, I've still got a boot full of camping gear. Yeah, I thought, well, I always do drives these days through Peak District, so let's do one through city streets. See, some people don't think that you can have an old retro car as a daily driver, but this is proof that you can. I think the main thing is with Orwin, he's nearly 40-year-old, and he's quite easy to use as a daily driver, because it's not like having a car from the 50s or 60s, which may not be all that practical as a daily driver. For a car from the 80s, it's kind of like one of the first cars that's a bit more like modern day cars. You know, these are actually still, even though it is nearly 40-year-old, relatively speaking, it's actually really, really modern. Especially when you upgrade the engine to fuel injection like this has got. You know, you've got the reliability of a modern day car. In fact, probably more reliable than a modern day car, in all honesty. Oh, you gotta love the city streets, haven't you? Yeah, I definitely prefer driving in countryside. Still spitting with rain. Fed up of this chuffing wet July that we're having. That's what's taken me so long to get all the welding done on him and everything. Because every time I've wanted to try and get welding done, it's been bloody raining. That's one advantage I've got when it comes to me trying to get my Cav convertible sorted, because that's in the garage. So I'll be able to get a lot of the work done on that, whether it's raining, whether it's sunny. It's not going to make any difference with that. That's one big advantage I've got. Sheffield main train station there. The university I went to was on the left. We've just driven past Sheffield Hallam Uni. That's the uni I went to many years ago. Yeah, you can tell kids are off school. These roads are a lot quieter than normal. Don't think my camera's angled straight, is it? That's better. We'll be on a nice fast bit of road again shortly. We go on to Sheffield Parkway. Hopefully we get through these lights on green. No, damn it. See, if everybody just put the foot down a little bit quicker, you know, when people are pulling away from a red light, if they just went that bit faster, another 1 or 2 cars could get through every time. But because people bloody dawdle and take forever to accelerate, it means that like an extra 1, 2, maybe even 3 cars don't get through the lights. So then that's what causes the traffic to build up. You know, I've often said if people just put the foot down a bit and actually moved and got going, the traffic jams would be a lot smaller. Like for example there, the Seat in front of me and me, we could have both got through that on a green light had the cars in front gone a little bit quicker. You know what I mean? They only needed to go that little bit quicker and we could have got through. It's like here, this Leon's actually going a bit slow and it's stopping me being able to go as quick as I want to go. I mean, fair enough, this bit is only a 30 zone, so I'll let him off, but so yeah, we're just coming up onto Sheffield Parkway. Going to this lane to try and get past people. Am I going to be able to beat the Merc? Yeah. I bet the Merc. Oh, good old Orwin. He was putting his foot down a fair bit then as well. By the way, I don't mean to come across when I can speak, I don't mean to come across cocky. Shut my window up so you can actually hear me. I know in some of my videos I've been slagging off modern cars. I know in my one driving over to Becky's before the weekend, I was slagging off Audis and BMWs and stuff. They are perfectly good cars, don't get me wrong, you know, they are good cars. But like I was saying in that video, because I work with them day in, day out, I mean, I must have driven thousands of BMWs, thousands of Audis, thousands of Mercedes. You know, they're the cars that the dealership I work at sells in bulk, you know. So because they sell them in bulk, I deal with them in bulk. So to me, they just bore me and they just send me to sleep. There's nothing about them that excites me because, you know, I deal with them day in, day out. I know I was slagging them off saying about being, you know, modern day pieces of crap. They're not pieces of crap. They're nice cars, you know. They are nice cars, but they're just not for me. They're just not something I'm interested in. You know, the old school car experience like this, to me, is just, it can't be paralleled. It can't be beaten. It can't. It really cannot be beaten. This old school car experience, driving something like Orwin. It's just, you know, it's just a totally different experience. Totally different experience. so much more fun to drive than any modern car that I've driven. And I'm not speaking as somebody who's, you know, been obviously biased towards old Vauxhalls. I'm talking as somebody who works in the car trade, who deals with cars on a daily basis, you know what I mean? Got some traffic here this morning, must be some roadworks or something, stopping cars getting down. But anyway guys, I'm going to leave it at that, so I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.